I feel like it's the same group of volunteers every year.
No one ever asked me what I think.
I can't remember the last time I went to a board meeting.
Look, I just want to sell real
Sorry,
estate.
I'm just
No, just a
I'm
couple
just-
of
I don't
just
just
don't
Did you hear what happened at the
understand.
board
I don't
meeting?
see what the board does for
I
me.
just don't see the value in volunteering.
In 2011, NHAR's President-elect John Rice invited 3 of New Hampshire's most prominent volunteer leaders to share their expertise with the NHAR Board of Directors at that year's Leadership Conference. I'm Roger Turcott, Leadership Instructor and Facilitator for the 2019 Leadership Academy. This year's class is revisiting President Rice's conference in a video series entitled Leadership, Brick by Brick. In each of the 3 to 4 minute episodes, they will reflect on a particularly relevant segment of one of the conference speakers, after which 2 members of the class will discuss the topic in hopes of illuminating the finer points of volunteer leadership. Hope you enjoy.
The Berwick Academy is a private school in Maine that I was on the board of for about 10 years when my kids were there. And we had exactly the same issue. How do you recruit parents to get to be volunteers? And one of the things that we did was we created new parent nights that were billed as Finance and Governance 101. And we attracted the business women and the business men. And it turns out that probably 8 or 10 of the trustees that came on in the 10-year period that I was on the board and chairing development were people that self-selected by coming to one of those nights. So you want to think about what are the ways that you can create events where your peers, particularly your higher-powered peers that you're dying to get involved in this association, what's going to attract them to come so you can open their connection.
What Jameson talked about was really interesting. It's a self-selection process. You don't want to recruit somebody who's interested in public policy and put them on the marketing campaign.
Exactly.
So it's great to match the needs to what they actually want to do.
Right. And I think it's important, something that we all tend to do is to send out a blanket email or even a specific request and think that somebody's reading it.
Yeah.
And, so you can't assume that email is being read.
And it's not all committee work. I mean, sometimes you need a task force, and you say, hey, listen, it's just going to be we only need you for 3 months. And then sometimes that's a lot easier ask than a year-long commitment.
Right. And then it may lead into a year-long from there.
And another underutilized tool are all of the DRs and all of the existing committee chairs. Really, the first role of every committee chair should be to start to plan their successor. So use those committee chairs who already are exposed to all the new and upcoming leaders. Use the DRs who want to get their team members engaged in the board.